It's approaching spooky season, so let's talk about something scary, which is putting yourself out there, right? Putting yourself out there is scary, you know? And I know what you're thinking. It's scary. I don't want other people to judge me. I don't want to look stupid. But a huge mistake that so many humans who are not living up to their potential make is that they're allowing those fears, the fears of judgment of other people and the fear of looking stupid, to get in the way of living their purpose, creating their dream life, and starting their business. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur or you've been really thinking about starting your own business, this live is for you, especially if you're someone who is a little scared of putting yourself out there, right? Putting your stuff, your content, your person out there for the world to see, for you to be judged or criticized. And we're going to be talking all about that and confronting all of those limiting beliefs so that you can reach your highest potential, you can live your purpose, and you can finally get started in your business. Hi, friend. I'm Lizzie. I help aspiring entrepreneurs who have been thinking about starting their own business actually get started so that they can experience the freedoms that entrepreneurship has to offer. If you're tuning in with me live, let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching the replay, give this a like and share if you know anybody else who has been having some challenges and fears of putting themselves out there, that's stopping them from taking this next step in their life and in their business. Vermont, nice. I'm in Massachusetts, so we're New Englanders. Okay, let's freaking do this. So today we're going to be talking about limiting beliefs that could be holding you back and how to shift your perspective and adopt new and empowering beliefs instead. And I'll be sharing my own breakthroughs and stories that have helped me gain confidence and have helped me put myself out there, right? Because I haven't always done this. And it has taken much shift in perspective to be able to do this, because it can be scary, but we're going to be sharing with you how it's all worth it and what is important. That's awesome. I haven't visited the Berkshires. Jonathan is from Great Barrington, or used to live in Massachusetts, in the mountains. That's amazing. I live more in the south, central south. All right, let's freaking do this. So many humans, aspiring entrepreneurs, allow the fear of others' judgments to get in the way, making them play small on the sidelines. So let's avoid that, and let's make sure that you're the main character of your dreams, of your dream life. All right. Let's discredit this mistake, okay? This mistake that so many humans make, which is the fear of other people judging you, all right? But let me tell you this. As humans, we are literally judging each other all the time. All the time. It is programmed into our survival mechanisms. It just is. And as you're watching me right now, I know you're judging me right now. You know, why is she wearing an orange sweater? Or why is her hair pink and purple? Or why does her water bottle make a lot of sound when she drinks out of it, right? What the hell is going on? So my point is, whether you put yourself out there or not, people are judging you no matter what. It's just human nature. There's literally no way to avoid this. It's already happening. Whether you're sitting behind the screen or you're out in front of it, right? It's happening no matter what. So let's continue this. Let's continue confronting these fears so that you can change your perspective and be someone that you are proud of, and you can live your dream life. A common fear that I feel like a lot of people might have, and this is one that I've had myself, is not meeting your parents' expectations, right? This is, that's a neon pothos. If anybody is curious, Jonathan is. That's a neon pothos. So so I feel like a common fear, and this is one that I've had myself, is not meeting my parents' expectations, right? Is disappointing my parents, not being someone that they're proud of. Especially as an only child, there's been like a lot of pressure on me to be this person, and I was doing that and I was focusing on that for a long time. And I'm gonna be telling you a little bit of a story about like this big breakdown that I had. And breakdowns, this is a little spoiler, but breakdowns are really, they occur right before the breakthrough. It comes right before the breakthrough. So this was back in 2021, and I was sitting at my desk at my house, and I was staring at my laptop, my work laptop, and I was an accountant, right? So staring at this laptop for like the umpteenth hour of my life, and I'm thinking to myself, like, who the hell am I doing this for? Like, who am I living my life for? Because it's like, yes, I work this job and I'm a successful like accountant. I'm fucking good at what I do. And I'm making my dad proud of me, right? And my grandparents, they get to brag about their successful accountant granddaughter to their friends, right? But it's like, I fucking hate this. I hate my job. Another example is I bought the house that we were living in. Me and my partner bought this house. I thought that it was the best decision that I could have possibly made because that's what I was told by my parents. And it was like something that I should be proud of, but I felt like a freaking prisoner in that house. And that seems a little bit, it's definitely a privilege of me to say that, to even come on here and to be free, right? I have a lot of passions about helping people who are incarcerated, and having freedom is really important. Anyway, I felt like I was really trapped in my house. It's like, I have the American dream, I have everything I should want, but I felt really trapped in that house because I felt like I needed to continue to work this job that I hated in order to work the mortgage, even though I was too busy working the job that I never was able to enjoy the house because I was so busy. Jonathan's asking if I hated not having a brother or sister. Yes, I did. I think some only children are like loving it. They love it, but I really felt really lonely as an only child. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, like I am in this job, I am stuck in this house, and at the end of the day, whose decisions do I have to live with, right? Like, who has to live with these decisions that I'm making? Who has to live with being an accountant and living in this house that she feels trapped in, and living this life that she dreads? She doesn't see any hope for the future. Like, it's me. I realized that I had to live life for me because the consequences and the choices and the decisions that I made, I was the only one who had to live with those. So I think if you're someone who is worried about not making their parents proud of them, or disappointing your parents or whatever, it's less about being someone that your parents are proud of. It's more about being someone that you are proud of. You. Because you're the one, at the end of the day, who has to live with your decisions. This is like a little deep, right? But at the end of the day, you're the person that has to live with the decisions that you make. You're the one who goes to bed every night with you and wakes up to your life every morning. So it's ultimately up to us to take our life into our hands and our responsibility to live a life that we really enjoy, and to become someone that we're proud of, instead of trying to become someone that other people are proud of. Okay, that was the first fear that I wanted to confront, is not meeting your parents' expectations. Jonathan said, sounds like because you were an only child, it put more pressure on you to be more successful. Potentially. I mean, it's hard to know because it wasn't, because I had no siblings to really know the difference, but probably. That's a good perspective, and I appreciate that, because I haven't really thought about that myself. All right, let's confront another fear of putting yourself out there. And this is a fear that I see all the time, is being afraid of what your friends and your family and people on social media are going to think, and those people judging you. And, part of being a business owner, and especially if you're in the online space, right? And that's people that I help, is online business people who want to be business owners and helping you start your business online. It does require you to put yourself out there in front of people, making videos, making posts, just putting your presence out there on social media. And it is totally reasonable to be afraid that these people and your friends and your family are going to judge you and look at you differently. But let me tell you this, I didn't always do this, right? I used to actually create videos when I was 12 or 13, and I would post on YouTube, and I liked making makeup tutorials. I liked creating content with my cousin. My cousin also created YouTube videos, and just being silly, and I created content with my friends, and it was just really fun until people at school started to kind of pick on me for posting. And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. And I quit, and I stopped for 12 years. I said no more video, no more putting yourself out there, right? And I want to reiterate the whole piece of, you're living your life for you. You're not living your life for your friends or your family. It's really you at the end of the day who has to live with your choices that you make. But also, people get used to it. People get used to the changes that you're making in your life. They get used to seeing you on social media. They're like, this is just a thing now. And I have a good example of this. So several years ago, around that time when I quit my job and I sold my house and I started owning my own business, I started adopting a really new perspective in life, because I had done some mushrooms. I won't lie. If you've been following me for a long time, you probably know that, but I have dabbled in psilocybin and hallucinogenic experiences, and I want to talk about it without sounding too weird, but it really makes you see life in a completely different perspective. Things that were less important, things that you used to think were important, really aren't. And you start prioritizing what you want. And a part of me definitely died when I was not physically, but a part of me definitely died when I was consuming mushrooms. And after a few times, I started changing a lot. I started having different beliefs. I started being a more heart-centered, loving person. I started expressing myself more, and my values and my priorities really changed, and thus I became a very different person afterwards. At first, people were like, oh my gosh. I mean, if you consider creating videos art, then I do create art. Jonathan said, do you make music or art? It's good for creating new things. 100%. I do, if you consider this art, I do. So one moment while I gather my little train of thoughts. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna find it. Okay, so I became a very different person, right? And at first, people were nervous about that and nervous to kind of like be around me and kind of like, what is going on, right? My parents, my family, at gatherings, it was like, okay, this is a kind of different Lizzie, a very different Lizzie. And I'm not saying that when you start posting online, you're going to be a completely unrecognizable person, but you might be a bit different. You might be a more empowered, more confident, more expressive you when you start prioritizing what you want out of your life. And people at first are going to be like, whoa, right? This is new, this is different, and change can be challenging for a lot of people. But ultimately, over time, people get used to it. Like, people get used to seeing my videos on their feed. Like, I used to be really nervous about posting and sharing on Facebook. I would exclusively post to Instagram because a lot of my Facebook friends are like family and like kind of older people and people that I know and people I've worked with and that kind of stuff. I do want to, let's talk about that at the end. Let's talk about that at the end. I thought you were talking about something else. Okay, I'm talking to if you're live with me, you know. Okay. So the point is, people get used to it. People get used to a change in you and seeing you in a different way and you posting your stuff out there. And it might be uncomfortable at first, but it's like, this is just what they do now. I guess I gotta get used to it. And also another thing is, it's like, something to consider is whether the challenges that you face in life are worth the outcome that you want. The challenges that I faced as an accountant, feeling really stagnant, not creating, not doing what I love, not feeling fulfillment, passion, purpose. No, you're fine. Not feeling passion and purpose in my life. The challenges that I was facing were not worth the outcome that I wanted. So that I could retire at 65 and then enjoy my life. Whereas right now, the challenges that I'm experiencing now are facing my fears, putting myself out there. I'm launching something next week that I'm excited but very terrified about. But it's like I'm wavering, right? And it comes with its own unique challenges, but it's like, are the challenges that you're facing right now worth the outcome and the results that you want? And I will do this a million times, and I will put myself out there, and I will face these fears because it's the desired outcome is absolutely what I want. Not only is it worth living my dream life, making my own money, creating my own schedule, having my own freedom, but also helping the people that I really want to help and helping the people that I know that I'm meant to help. Something to chew on, okay? So just to recap, that belief was, I'm afraid that people that my friends and my family are going to judge me and going to look at me differently. The new belief is people are going to get used to it. And it's just, change is a part of life. And if it's worth the outcome that you want, it's going to be worth the challenges that you face. Another fear that I see a lot, and I remember even I was working at Old Navy for a little bit earlier in the year, and I was talking to someone who was like, I would never post because people are so mean online. There's haters and people say some mean and nasty stuff. And that's reasonable. To be completely honest though, I haven't had so many haters and mean comments as you might think that I would. I have had some, and I have a couple of changes in perspectives for you when it comes to this kind of thing. Again, not many haters I've experienced. I do know that once you start putting yourself out there more, the more haters is actually kind of a good thing. It means that more people are getting access to your content and more people are accessing your content. Yes. Jonathan said, for me, it helped me to just not care anymore what other people think of me and just be myself. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. And also like prioritizing what you think of yourself more than other people thinking. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. And some of the hate comments that I've received have been like ugly, like you're ugly comments, and like laughing at me, thinking that I need therapy. Things like that. Until I asked myself, what would it take me to post and to comment on someone else's post and say that you're ugly or you need therapy? What would it take for me to feel compelled to do that myself? And it would take a lot, right? It would take me probably being in a really bad mood, having a really bad day. Something really bad happened and I need to bring someone else down with me in order to feel better. And also, it's probably also evidence of other people doing that too. Like maybe the person who commented, they were taught that you need to say mean stuff to other people in order to make yourself feel better. And you need to put other people down in order to make yourself feel better. And the point that I'm making there is that stuff, the stuff that would compel me to leave a mean comment on someone else's post, which it would take a lot, it really has nothing to do with the person who's posting. The people who have commented on my stuff, who are saying not so nice things, that really has nothing to do with me. It has more to do with how they're feeling in that moment. What mood are they in? What kind of day are they having? Are they like tired? Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're hangry. Maybe they just like are mad at the world, right? But that has nothing to do with me. So if you're someone who feels really compelled to start sharing your stuff, right? Jonathan's talking about sharing music, creating music. If you feel compelled to share your art and to start your business and to help the people that you're meant to help, part of that is realizing that other people's judgments and other people's comments have nothing to do with you. Another part is, am I going to let these complete strangers online dictate the way that I live my life? I'm really passionate about this. Am I going to let strangers, people I don't even know, they don't know me. Am I going to let them control the way that I live my life? Am I going to let them hold me back from making me happy? And I did that when I was 12 or 13. I stopped. But now it's like, hell no, I'm not going to let anybody control me, especially strangers, to stop me from living my dream life and doing what makes me happy and doing what I love. So think about that. Other people's judgments have nothing to do with you. And letting other people, strangers on the internet, control how you live your life. Hell no. F that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? All right. This is the last limiting belief that I'm going to confront. And this is so important, especially if you are wanting to start your own business and you feel very compelled to help other people, right? It's part of the fulfillment and the purpose that owning your own business gives you, is being able to help people who are going through similar challenges that you've already gone through, right? And okay, I like this. Jonathan said, I feel sorry for those kind of people. They don't understand the real joy when you can lift someone up. And it is kind of sad, because I think, Jonathan, you can understand this, and I'm sure so many people who are watching this, how good it feels to lift other people up, to cheer other people on. And it is kind of sad and unfortunate that people don't understand what that feels like. Like, I'm kind to other people because I know it makes them feel good, but I'm also kind to other people because it makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel so good to be there for other people and to cheer other people on. So it's like, why not feel more of that good stuff? But some people don't really know, or maybe they've forgotten, right? They've forgotten how good it can feel to lift other people up. I love that. All right, okay. This is the last one. Again, it's about, it's for those people who feel really compelled to help other people. They know they have a mission. They know they're here for something more. They know that they're here to help people through certain problems and circumstances and challenges that you yourself have already faced. And this is really important stuff. When we're stuck in this mindset of, I'm afraid I'm going to look stupid, I'm afraid other people are going to judge me, me, we're focusing on the wrong person, right? The focus is on the wrong person, because you're in business to help other people. Instead of worrying about yourself, it could and would be so beneficial for you and your people if you started worrying about what you can do for other people. It took me a long time to get out of my own way until I started helping people at my job, training people as an accountant, training people how to do financials and journal entries and all that stuff. It felt so good to help other people. And now it feels good to help other people live their dream life, get out of their own way. And when we prioritize other people, we get out of our own way. It's not about us. It's not about looking stupid. It's about doing whatever we can to help other people and making that the focus and prioritizing helping those people. And everything else matters a whole lot less. None of it matters. As long as I can get hate comments, right? But as long as I'm helping one person, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And that's where the purpose and fulfillment really comes from when you are starting your own business. It's like, it's the best of both worlds. Cue Hannah Montana. All right, I'm going to be closing up a little bit. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, you already know that it requires you to put yourself out there, whether it's in person or online, social media. It requires you to put yourself out there. But the biggest mistake that so many people who are not living up to their potential make is that they're worrying more about other people judging them, looking stupid, focusing on me, when it's really about prioritizing what you can do to help the people that really need you. So you can start your business, you can start living your dream life, and you can help your people. And you can experience all the freedoms of what that means as well. And the fulfillment, and all of it's just so good. Leading up to, that's why I'm launching a program at the end of the month. You know what it is? It's getting to the end of the month, so this is part of me confronting myself, my fears, and putting myself out there is I'm launching something literally next week. It's in less than a week. And that is to help you get started building your business so that you can start helping your people, you can start experiencing the freedoms of what entrepreneurship gives you, and you can live up to your highest potential. It's only available for 5 founding members, and again, I'm launching next week. So as soon as those spots are filled, it's closed, it's over. So if you want to be the first notified of when I'm launching first to my list, and then I'll be posting on social media. So if you want to be the first notified, you're going to know before anybody else. You're going to be able to secure your spot before anybody else when you join my priority waitlist at the link in my bio or at lizziebeloved.com/list. I'll create a little, maybe I'll put a comment on how to spell it, but it's basically my username.com/list or at the link in my bio, priority waitlist. And this is so that you can know as soon as I open the doors, even if you're just curious about what I have to offer. If you want to know first, sign up for that list, and make sure to give this a like if you really resonated with it. If something like stood out to you and really hit you hard, I would love if you could comment below what resonated with you the most. And yeah, this has been really fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Jonathan, for joining me. Ooh, Jonathan says, thanks for this. I'm thinking of starting a recording studio for people who don't have a lot of money. I love that. That's a really beautiful goal. And it looks like you already know who you want to help, which is incredible. And once you know who you're here to help, oh my gosh, it just gets really exciting, and you just feel really motivated, and follow that vision, trust that vision, because it's going to get you to exactly where you want to be, even if other people think it's impractical. I actually know someone who has done this, or who is doing this right now, which is really cool. So yeah. Jonathan, I'll come back live if you want to talk about that stuff. I'll come back live right now. I'm just going to end this live. I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided value for you and to help you get started in your business, because putting yourself out there, it can be scary, but shit, nothing is more scary than living a life that you will regret and like looking back and always asking, what if? What if I took that risk and I made those changes? You want to make sure that you can do whatever you can do, even if you fall down, even if you look stupid, even if other people are judging you. You want to do what you can do to live your dream life. Okay? Jonathan, I'm actually going to send you a link to my personal page, and I'm going to go live there if you want to check that out. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you later.